Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. It's my honor to extend the felicitations from the executive director, the board, and then members of Association of Muslim Engineers. As a female engineer, it's not easy. And I think all speakers were speaking directly to me. It is not easy. I've heard a lot of names here. I have never met them because at that time I didn't know communication was a two-way thing. Ma'am, I want to say, may Almighty Allah bless you. I've been watching you from afar. You've inspired a lot of girls. I look at you always, I listen to you, I see you on TV, and I tell myself it is doable. It is not easy to be the only female engineer with Electricity Company of Ghana. And so you can imagine what I go through on a daily basis. But I still stand because any step that I take, it is to please Almighty Allah. And nothing. We just recruited one engineer. We recruited 197 people as artisans, only one female Muslim. So we are now 2. And so I know that with long life and sound health, we will make the numbers. In fact, ask for goodwill messages is to show appreciation and recognize you. We recognize, that's how come I gave you the Chinese applause. But there is one thing I want to touch on. As women, as mothers, what is our role in the male-dominated environment? An environment that is like patriarchal, it's dominated by men. What are we doing? We've created a lot of awareness. I'm into mentorship and coaching. We've created a lot of awareness, but women are still underrepresented. When I say women, I'm talking about both Christians and Muslims. And then to come to my religion, we don't even come in at all. And so I ask myself, what's going on? It is the mindset, and then there is a root cause. We can create all the awareness, all the education. If we don't eliminate the root cause, trust me, we will never get there. Growing up and a proud Zongo girl, I didn't have any role model as an engineer. But I think God was speaking to me because I was seeing nurses, because it was the age at that time. Then I said, no, I want to do engineering. My daddy, who is my role model, my pillar, as well as my grandma, before my husband took over, he said, you say you want to do what? I said, I want to read engineering. He said, okay, go and do the inquiries if you can. I said, but I didn't do maths, I did biology, so what's your take? He said, okay. After the inquiries, I came back and I was told I have to do maths 1 year before I can read electrical engineering. He said, can you afford? I said, yes, I want. I just want something that it's odd. And then I was so much into physics, so I found my place in electrical electronics. Thankfully, when I completed, thank you, sir, for touching on that. We didn't place ourselves strategically because in our CV it's boldly written Islam. And so you never be called for interview. And so after completing tertiary 2006, I have to stay home till 2012. But I didn't stay home because I was getting jobs, sometimes this banking, direct sales. I said, I still want to pursue my field of study. I still want to. And in ECG, when I went to the first interview, my colleagues were called, 2011. Madina, haven't you been called? I said no. So I went to the managing director. Sir, he said, we are done with recruitment. I said, sir, please, then I want to do some internship so that I can have the practical experience. He said, no, go and come back next time. And the next time, anytime I tell you go, you are asked, have you booked appointment? Formerly, I was saying no. Then I said, yes. What is it? I said, it's personal. You go, why are you bothering me? I said, sir, please. He said, I can't help you. And that's when I gave up. Thankfully, after some years, he came back on retirement. He wanted to do some work. And my director said that, Madina, you have to open your door for him to be seated because I have a meeting with people from Afghanistan. Then I said, Doc, and if I have to ask him, he said, I don't know, pay revenge, sir. And I said, this is not revenge. I want to remind him. Say, Obi and Famia. In Canova be my office now at now. Or say, Anyashi, be a man or not now. Oh, catch any Pobeka say, he doesn't even remember who you are. There is a mindset. The mindset, the first thing is for the Zongo community, it is lack. It is the reason you see our girls doing so many unnecessary things on social media. They will not do anything for money because what are our roles, mothers? What are we doing? Even if we don't have, are we giving them the love? Are we giving them the listening ear like my daddy did to me? Sometimes they are going to school, he will come when you are STC, he will come and stand there. Ajia, because he named me after his mom. Gosh, you know, 50, that's time, 5 CDs. 5 CDs, 50,000, ko? Could you be 3 months, 9 years old? Get the canny. Hey, STC will be at him. Now, then they say, hey, you are like you, they've given you extra money. I'm moving there. Oh, catch us a phone. What are we doing? There is the lack. And so sometimes we feel so isolated. We don't even want to go forward for the information that will get all the help. There is this cultural belief. So many name calling. When I started as an engineer, even when I married, people will come. Have you allowed your wife to be in trousers? And he tells them that is her role. Assuming she happens to be a security officer, what will she wear? And so please allow her. To the extent that my in-laws who were in Obuasi were getting feedback. And they were, because my father-in-law happens to be a miner, a retired miner now, understood the essence of what. He told me, listen, Islam was the first religion to give women their basic right. And so Madina, go for it. You know what you want. Please, GAMP, we look forward to working with you. I've heard a lot of names. I have never met you before. I think it wasn't due. The time is now. We say a big congratulations from AMEC. And may Almighty Allah make it much easier for us. All our collaboration is geared towards pleasing Almighty Allah. Assalamu alaikum.